Charles, you also trying to give us some insight as to how, with the rationale that is making investors' participation in the market to be on a declining trend. Let's get your thoughts on that as we look at other aspects to this.
Well, we started with talking about investors' confidence, and that is very key. And I believe that charity begins at home. If you are talking of doing business, ease of doing business, you must take care of your local people first. And the local investors, domestic investors, they're already seeing this benefit, and we are seeing their increase. Now, but for the foreign investors, I will not have any grudge against them, because if I'm a foreign investor, I will go to where I will get better returns from my capital. Yes, and that's why they are called foreign portfolio investors,
FPI.
Any little each, they have gone with their portfolio. But some of the challenges of these foreign investors, we can't blame them. One, you're looking at political tension during the first half of this year. We saw even the Naira redesign, that Naira cash crunch was a major problem. Now, we also have high inflation. But again, if you look at it, it's also to their benefit, because they are still talking about just single digits. We are not talking about double-digit inflation. So all these were issues. Most importantly, scarcity of forex. I can't imagine.
if you don't make mention of that, I will tell you that the list is definitely not complete, because we're seeing all the development that is going on in the forex market at the moment. You can go ahead.
After selling, you want to repatriate your profit.
It's been difficult, yeah.
And one of the things we tell our trainees, certificate of capital importation. This is what foreign investors must feel. Get in touch with their bankers. I mean, with your bank, your stockbroker. You get that from CPN, so that you know when you are taking your profit, there will not be issues. But today, what do we see? So all this will not encourage foreign investors to continue to be in our market. And like we can see from your intro, we are seeing their participation. They are selling so much just to leave the country. But I believe with this new government in place and with these policies that are coming, of course, proper implementation
is key.
It's key.
It's
to attract them to come back.
Now, what strategy should government be putting in place to tackle some of these macroeconomic fundamentals that are standing as an obstacle to foreign direct investment into the country?
Well, you see, the foreign investors have already have their money held by Nigerians because they have over $2 billion. Couldn't repatriate because of lack of availability of the dollar. But now, there is simple exchange rate. So whatever you want to repatriate, go to the market, buy your dollar and take it. Then the other issue of the certificate of capital importation, I believe this will just be a bygone, because the essence of certificate of capital importation is to enable you, when you want to repatriate your money, to say that I bring it this year, I take it. Now you bring it at your rate, you take it at your rate. So with or without certificate of importation, you are free to bring your dollar to exchange it at the market rate, and when you are going back, you are free also to buy it at the market exchange rate. So I believe that it's just a matter of time, and we're expecting CBN to maybe issue a guideline as regards of certificate of importation. But don't forget that the foreign investors, they look at the opportunity globally, not only in Nigeria.
Yes.
Today, as I'm talking, go to Nikki. In Japan, it gained 33% for the first half year, more than the 18% declared by the NGX. So what it means that the foreign investors will look globally, where do you get a high return? They rush to it. If we stand to be, they will come to us. But they will not only be carried away by this policy, they look at where are the stock are grossly undervalued. Yes, Nigerian exchange is one of the stock that is grossly undervalued, but don't forget, others are also worried, because the first half year, those in London, New York, all of them, they close with a double-digit return, far and ahead of their inflation. And this is what the foreign investors is looking, good returns and good promising that you can bring your money in and you can take your money in out. And for Nigeria, we don't have issue with bringing your money, you exchange at your market rate, and when you are going, you take it at the market rate. With this, I believe the sky is their limit.
Ambrose, you actually you were in the positive side, positive affirmation to all that Kalba Kofi has made mention of. But let's look at the unified exchange rate policy by the federal government. The idea of this is to bring about some sense of stabilization in the foreign exchange market. But despite this, we're still seeing scarcity of forex. How do you react to this?
Yeah, actually, it's a good move in the right direction, but also we need to do our homework better again. Because fine, like Olaji just said, this exchange rate will open up for what the foreign investors they have access to us, but for the local, operations like what my friend said, they will be hit at this stage because in a market where you have free flow, that means demand and supply will determine the exchange rate. Now we're having a kind of scarcity of exchange rate because the demand is high. Then it's for me gradually the CBN will start intervening or start supplying. That will bring the price down. But if not, I think it will be like we're shooting ourselves by the leg because if we're doing demand and supply and it moves to 800, 1,000 naira, the foreign cannot import what their goods again. That means the cost will also be moved to consumers. I believe that it's a balanced thing that yes, it's a good policy. It's time for the monetary policy, which is CBN, also to go ahead and see that they make funds available, and also our source of hard-earned money, which is the oil, and also export of our farm goods, which is also good. We need to boost them so that we have good exchange, so that we can bring more dollar to the economy and also improve our oil. But I'm happy that in the last 4 months, we have seen improvement in oil production. If we're any more, and also as yesterday, oil have gone to around the 76, 78 again. It's good for us. If we're any more, gradually we'll start addressing. But for now, I think the market will be hit because once the exchange move to around 700, 780 or 800, it's going to affect the importing because most of them that are done, that are yet to do backward integration, are still importing goods from. That means it's going to affect their production, and the cost will also be moved to whether this high inflation we are seeing will continue. That's why also don't forget that we don't really officially remove a subsidy. It's also impacting on them. But this time also that's also increasing tariff again for electricity. For me, this kind of I believe that the government should sit down. But there's one thing that the president did that by sending out a full executive law just said to make sure that some additional tasks, because he said it when he was addressing the nation the first day that he's going to work on multiple tasks. He's also going to make sure that the foreign investors have access to their money to take their dividend back. And also explain them out. I believe going to the future, we'll see this playing out about we need to look inward and say, let's make sure that we'll have the the dollar around in the economy so that this manufacturing sector, because anywhere in the world, they are the engine of what? Of employment. If the manufacturing sector is sick, the economy is sick. That means if you want to encourage them, make sure that they have access to what? To for so that they can import their but those that have done backward integration, kudos to them. They don't need to go to a foreign market, go to your backyard and collect your raw material and produce. That's why also we encourage them to also do the same thing in backward integration. But we need to, you can't stay in a solution in the economy. You need to report something to the economy. For that, let's make the exchange available.